Hi, I'm John Hoganson.
And I'm Mike Carlson.
And we welcome you to another Video E-Update. We hope you appreciate those. Mike, last week I had a wonderful experience. One of the things I try to do is regularly meet with people who have been senior pastors of large churches for a long time. I try to learn from people who have served larger churches even than ours and done it well. And last week, I had breakfast with a guy named Arthur Ronner, who is senior pastor of Colonial Church in Edina for over 30 years. Just had an amazingly wide variety of ministries in the community and around the world at Colonial Church. But he said something that really got me thinking. He was reflecting on the polarization in our society, and he said this. He said, hate really is the #1 problem in the world. And in case you don't know it, I'm sitting next to a guy who on one of his cars has a bumper sticker that said, "Love wins." And so, Mike, when I heard Arthur Ronner say, hate really is the #1 problem in the world, I thought, we've got to talk about this. And I wonder, one, if you agree with that, and what you think about when you hear that.
Well, I mean, hate's a real aspect of life. People have it. We encounter it. Little kids will say it right away, and we go, no, you can't say hate. It's something, I don't know if it's part of original sin or what, but we want to demonize the other, whoever's the worst. Jesus turned it on its head. You know, he said, pray for those who persecute you. He said, love and pray for your enemies. And as followers of the risen one, hate isn't an option. We have to make a conscious decision to stop not just hate, but the effects of hate around us.
Absolutely, and if that can't happen in the Church of Jesus Christ, and sadly I don't think it can happen anywhere, one of the great distinctives of Christianity is what makes us different from all world religions is we are grounded in the concept of forgiveness. And this isn't a Pollyanna thing, this isn't a kumbaya kind of thing. This is really hard, and it's only possible to do with the Holy Spirit. And yet I think we need to be grounded in this distinctive of our faith more than ever. Years ago, even before I came to St. Andrews, I was in a meeting of a really wide group of people from our denomination, and it became clear to me that even members of the church could not really be in conversation with people who thought different from them, had a different theology than them. And that polarization that we see out in the world is something that even carries over to us into the church today.
Problem is we decide or think that love is an emotion. Love is not an emotion. Love is a decision.
Or we think love means getting people to think like we do.
Love is a conscious decision to care for those even that we don't like very much. Love wins literally means that we choose love over and against hate all the time, not just sometimes. And that's where it gets tough, when people mess with our families, our lives, our trust. Hate will never build. Hate only destroys.
And Jesus did say, if you abide in me, you're abiding if you keep my commands. But what is the greatest command of all, Mike?
You should love the Lord your God and love your neighbor as you love yourself.
The greatest way, I believe, to find out where one is spiritually is to look at their closest relationships. And the healthier and the more loving those relationships are, generally the people feel closest to God. And I'm just really thankful for that breakfast where I got to sit with this wise man who said hate really is the root of most of the problems in the world, and it is the #1 problem in the world.
So as a church, let's be a place of love. Let's be a place that defies hate.
And let's be a place of forgiveness, which is our distinctive.